Shalom, 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 shalom. Before we even get started in this lesson, first and foremost, let's start by giving all praises and glory to Yahawah bahasham, Yahawashi bahasham, Rakah HaKadash. Secondly, want to give double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, and also the elder bishops of Great Millstone, who rule well and worthy of double honors, man. And third and lastly, want to give salutations to all the Akim, that's other hopeful elect that pushing forth this word and the truth and righteousness, sincerity throughout the four corners. Shalom, 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 and shalom to the few Apwafs that's out there. All right, that's listening. All right, you know what I'm saying, and truly believe. All right, you know what I'm saying, and practicing. All right, the righteous rehearsal to the best of their ability. Shalom to the few Afwaf. That's in order. That's in order, man. Because there ain't that many of y'all, man. Majority of our women, you know what I'm saying? They, like the scripture said, man, they already going over the fucking Satan, man. All right. Esau, their daddy, man. But nevertheless, this listen right here, you know what I'm saying, just getting straight to the point. We're gonna be reading all of Psalms 91, man. Chapter Psalms 91, 16 verses. Um, Obviously, this past Thursday, we did GMS indoor millings, myself along with the other brother, Priest Yeramium, also of GMS Midlands as well too. Me and that brother, you know what I'm saying, we got together on Thursday and did indoor this past Thursday, and Psalms 91 is one of the chapters, you know what I'm saying, that I told the brother we was gonna bring out. I told him we was gonna read the whole chapter, but probably to the tail end of our listen, you know what I'm saying, we just got straight to the point that I wanted to make, that you know what I'm saying, in Psalms 91. I think we stop at verse 7. You know what I'm saying? 7. I think we were at verse 7 on down to 10, maybe. Pretty much going into, you know what I'm saying, the elect. Yahawashi Double defending his very elect. When these plagues and calamity, the Most High is going to be sending upon this earth doing his visitation, man. You know what I'm saying? His elect is going to be protected, man. Psalms 91 is definitely a big, one of the major faith boost scriptures, man. So due to the time Thursday, we didn't get opportunity to read the whole chapter as I intended originally when we opened up, you know what I'm saying, when we opened up in the listen. So I said, hell, Saturday, hell, we getting snowed in and shit. Can't get out there on the roads. We snowed in or whatever. So I was like, man, I might as well go ahead and that Psalms 91 that I was going, you know what I'm saying, we was going this past Thursday, what we was planning, intending to do, to go through the whole chapter. Hell, I say Saturday, that's my listen right there. That's my listen right there. All right. And let's start, man. All right. Without further ado, Psalms 91, and we starting at verse 1. It says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." And that's going into the elect, man. You know what I'm saying? And how do we abide in the shadow of the Most High, man? Being in the gospel, being in the truth, man. All right. Remaining faithful. You know what I'm saying? Remaining faithful to Yahweh Shem Yahweh, man. All right. Even unto death. And Yahweh Shem Yahweh going to have a reward waiting for us, man. So Yahweh Shem Yahweh, you know what I'm saying, is not going to allow anything to happen to his very elect, man. That's the point, man. During the time of Jacob's trouble and the hour of temptation. Shalat. So the Most High is going to protect his very elect, man. And even with the brothers, and certain few sisters, man, they have to be martyrs, all right, for the name's sake and for the truth's sake, for the gospel's sake of Yahweh Shem Shah. Guess what? Yahweh Shem Shah going to be with them anyway, man, even to death, man. Most High is going to be with us, man. All right, if Yahweh Shem Shah preordained, that's part of your lot, well, you have to be a martyr. Guess what? The Most High ain't put more on you than what you can't bear. So Yahweh Shem Shah say he's gonna be with us to the end, man. That's what we have to keep in mind. So even those that have to, you know what I'm saying, even those that have to be martyrs, guess what? Yahweh Shem Shah gonna give you that spirit, give you that courage, man. All right, you know what I'm saying, to remain faithful, man, even to fucking death, man. Ain't that no different during the time of you know what I'm saying, in Maccabees, man, the woman and the 7 sons, man. All right, okay, because Israel, you know what I'm saying, you had Israel or Yahweh Shem Shah back during that time, the elect during that time, because you had a lot of niggas, because when the Greeks, all right, you know what I'm saying, was in rulership, when they came up in power, what did they do? Speaking of Antiochus Epiphanes, man. All right, once he came in power, right? He made all the nations leave their laws, all right, and they had to, had to come up under some one world. That was one world order back then. One world order back then. Everybody had to leave the laws. When you go in First Maccabees, they tell you that during the Hellenization period. All right, where Jake couldn't keep the law, statute, commandments. We couldn't keep the high holy days, the Sabbaths. You know what I'm saying? If any Israelite was caught, they appointed fucking sellout Israelites a right to go back and report if Jake wasn't keeping the laws to the Greeks and shit, their officials, their officers, their soldiers back then. What would happen if a woman got caught circumcising her son? They was put to, they was put to death, man. The mother and the damn infant, man. Showing how wicked these bastards was at the end of the day. But it got to a point to where these devils wanted Jake to go, because these devils, Esau understood, man. If I can get Israel to go off and sin against their power, Yahawashi is not going to be with them. That's the only way these heathen nations was able to overcome us, man. Able to conquer us as a nation. They knew the fucking records, man. They had our records. So they knew what time it was, man. Why the hell you think these damn devils did a diligent search? All right, you know what I'm saying? Going into this whitewashing, going into setting up these false pastors, going into these Jesuits, going, with the Bible destruction crew, going back into the 1800s where they took out the Apocrypha, taking out certain words of the Bible at the end of the day or whatnot, in which none of that shit prevailed, none of that shit worked. Anyway, keeping us from, because they did all of that to try to, in hopes of us not waking back up to our nationality. But one thing these stupid ass devils never, they never consider, because, they never considered our power, Yahawashi, that the Most High was going, was going to put, going to restir our spirits in remembrance to this knowledge understanding, man. All right, we weren't going to remain ignorant of who we were forever. All right, we weren't going to be discontinued for who we was forever. All right, Yahawashi was going to stir up our pure remembrance, man. All right, yeah, we discontinued Jeremiah 17:4. That's part of the curses. But guess what? Yahawashi, all right, the spirit is subject to the prophets. Going back to 1 Corinthians 14 and 32. So the spirit is subject to the prophets. So the prophets had to come back in their lot. All right. And the same revelation Yahawashi is giving them back then in previous reincarnation, he's giving us today. Even more so. We have way more understanding today than we do back then, because everything pretty much, is here. Everything pretty much done fulfilled, man. All right. At the end of the day, man. All right. The prophecies ain't tarrying anymore, man. Everything is in play, man. That's why we say we right here. We on the brink, man. All right. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got but a few major prophecies that have to take place, man. All right. At the end of the day. OK, so us being in this truth, man. All right. Being sound in this faith, man. At the end of the day. All right. You know what I'm saying? That's our hedge of protection. All right. And we show our faith through our works at the end of the day, man. All right. Going back to he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Right. You know what I'm saying? Going back to Isaiah. Let me get Isaiah real quick. We can go back to that song. Let me get Isaiah real quick. Isaiah 33:6. All right. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. And this pertaining to who? The elect. What times we're talking about? The time of Jacob's trouble, our temptation, man. Okay. All right. The worst time ever known to man. That's what's coming, man. The judgments of Yahawashi, man. His wrath that he's about to bring upon this earth, and starting with the house of Israel, man. All right. On down to the rest of these fucking heathen nations, man. At the end of the day. Okay. Ain't gonna be nothing sweet. Gonna be great motherfucking death, man. And great biblical proportions like never ever fucking before, man. Ever seen, man. All right. That's the warning we telling you. If you're not right, if you're Hebrew Israelite, you so-called Negro, so-called Latino, so-called Native American, to you so-called Hispanic. All right. Your faith is in Babylon. Your faith is in America. Your faith is in man-made religion. If you ain't coming back and returning back to your heritage, you come back to the truth. All right. If you're not coming back, you know what I'm saying, and hearkening to the words of Yahawashi, which Yahawashi put his words through his prophets, and he have his prophets out B times early. All right. You know what I'm saying? Instant in season, out of season. OK. On them highways, doing sit downs at the end of the day. OK. Going internet, All right, you know what I'm saying? You can type in GMS, the Hebrew Israelites, and you're going to see it. All right, you got other Hebrew Israelite camps out there too. Don't get me wrong. All right, but we talking about, when you talking about pushing 100% truth, that's Great Millstone. That's who Yahawah set Great Millstone to be, that standard, man. All right, you know what I'm saying? You know, okay, period. Starting with the Elders Apostles, the Elder Bishops, on down to us, man. We have the 100% truth. We're doing what? All right, you know what I'm saying? Yahawah commanded us to do to the best of our ability, man. All right, you know, okay? We ain't doing no gimmicks, none of that, man. All right, no gimmicks, man. We only about the scriptures, only about pushing the words of Yahawah, nothing else, man. At the end of the day, unlike other camps, man, that want to be celebrities, want to go on these different fucking podcasts. Like I say, want to get brand names. It ain't about that. It's all about pushing the name of Yahawah. It's not even about us, man. It's about declaring and pushing the word of Yahawah. Period. End of story, man. All right. Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord, Yahawah, is his treasure, man. All right. And that's the beginning of knowledge, man. Pursuing the fear of Yahawah. All right. If you fear Yahawah, you're going to do what the Most High commanded you to do. You're going to be on your watch, man. All right. You're going to be constantly feeding the flock at the end of the day. You're going to be an example to the flock, man. All right. You know, if you're in leader position, you're going to be a great leader to the flock that Yahawah has given you, man. All right. You know what I'm saying? You know, okay. You're going to be in order. You're going to be a great brother, man. All right. You know what I'm saying? You know, okay, to your brothers, man. All right. At the end of the day or whatnot, man. Okay. All right. You're going to be in order, man. All right. You know, that was men of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? Spiritual men. That's our mindset. That's what we're going to be in. Period. Period. We know what's coming. We know what's coming. And we prepare. We're making that preparation. Unlike Jake, they sleep. They sleep, man. All right. Why them niggas are motherfucking sleep? We preparing, man. We rehearsing, man. All right. At the end of the day, okay, we give ourselves a great shot. There ain't no guarantee, because he that endure to the end shall be saved. The end ain't here yet. So ain't no guarantee. All right. You know, but we got a better chance than Jake that's sleeping in the fucking world. All right. That's not making no preparation at all. So when Yahawah close those doors of mercy and grace, and when he really release Esau out that dragon out there with that great wrath, because he know his time is short. Hey, man, you just gonna be short out there, man. You gonna be short out there, bro. You ain't gonna have that protective hedge of Yahawah. Then you're gonna be crying. Then you're gonna be wandering sea to sea, like you said. You're gonna be wandering sea to try to find that wine, man, which represents knowledge and truth. And you're gonna be able to find the prophets. It's gonna be what? It's gonna be what? The famine of hearing this word, man. That's the time we coming in. We can't say it. We can't say it enough, man. So you damn Jakes, man. You know, like I said, you ain't got nobody to blame but you got damn self, man. At the end of the day, all right. This truth, you know what I'm saying, is time sensitive at the end of the day, bro. Hold on, let me swing this bad boy over here, Shalak. All right, there we go. Hold on for a minute. Put it over here. All right, let me get cause I said that. Let me get this right here. Ecclesiastes 7:5, man. All right. Let me see here. I think was that right? Hold on. Shalak. Not Ecclesiastes 7:5, Shalak. Ecclesiastes 5:7, Shalak. My bad. Okay. Ecclesiastes 5:7. It says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, Yahawah, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord, Yahawah, come forth. That's the point. Not to make no fucking tarrying. Because they say suddenly, man. Unaware for you, because you niggas don't know how to measure the time, man. According to prophecy at the end of the day, because you're not watching, you're not listening to the prophets, the men of the Lord that Yahawah has set up. At the end of the day, y'all niggas are too entertained with the distractions of this fucking world, the folly of this fucking world. You niggas are, too entertained with and invested in, man. Folly. At the end of the day, that's y'all know what the fuck going on, man. All right, you're not listening. All right, you don't look at the men of the Lord as being men of the Lord, man. Y'all think we're nobodies. Y'all think we just regular peons out there, uneducated. You know what I'm saying? Don't know what the fuck we talking about. They need to get a job. Disgruntled, angry black men don't know what the fuck they're talking about. We don't have to listen to them. They don't have any credentials. They don't have any degrees from the so-called white man showing you niggas got Stockholm syndrome. You still feel like the white man got to validate you stupid niggas, man. All right. At the end of the goddamn day, you don't know who you are. First of all, you don't know who your power is. You don't know who you are. At the end of the day, that's why you say stupid ass shit like that, man. You look down on the men of the Lord. The Lord say he deal with the meek. He deal with the lowly. At the end of the day, the Lord say the men of the Lord, we gonna prophesy in sackcloth, man. Do y'all niggas know what sackcloth is? Nah, them niggas know what the fuck sackcloth is. These niggas still call themselves black. So a nigga think that his nationality is a fucking color. You know he ain't got it all, man. You know they don't know what the fuck going on, man. But continuing on, Ecclesiastes 5 and 7. All right, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord, Yahawah shall come forth. So that's why you don't take your fucking slow ass time to return to the Lord, man. Act like you got forever. In thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. See, that's the penalty right there. That's the fucking penalty. All right, niggas want to goddamn, take forever in a day. You want to be non-believers or what have you. You got to believe it to see it. Then the Most High, man, he's going to make y'all niggas believers, man. He's going to make you believers, but then it's going to be too damn late to repent and return back to him. That's the problem there. So y'all niggas going to be left in y'all goddamn calamity. That means you're going to die in your iniquity, man, to y'all devices, man, at the end of the day. All right, telling y'all that, man. That's why, like I said, man, y'all gonna be bugged out during the time of Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation. Y'all gonna take the fucking sea hill and don't think nothing of it, man. Not understanding, all right, you know what I'm saying, that wrath that Yahawah is gonna bring upon you, man. All right, you niggas do not consider, man, until your ass, you know what I'm saying, is in them damn flames of fire. You know what I'm saying? Then you consider, but then shit, it'd be too damn late then. It's too late then. All right, let's finish up, man. All right, let's continue on. It says, I will say of the Lord, all right, Yahawah, I will say of the Lord, I will say of the Lord, Yahawah, he is my refuge and my fortress. All right, my God, in him will I trust, man. All right. Yeah, of course. That's why, you know what I'm saying, elect. Hey, we're going to be willing. Hey, man, let me just read it. Bump all that quoting, man. Let me just grab it real quick. Revelation 2 and 10, red letter Yahawah. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil, which is Esau, talking about the super elite, all right, you know what I'm saying, gonna have his mighty men, all right, his police, his army, his military, okay. It says the devil shall cast some of you into prison, all right, them concentration camps, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Is it necessarily 10 days? No. It don't necessarily mean they're going to accumulate. You're going to be in there 10 days, man. Just amount of time. That's all. Just, represents time. That's all. It says, be thou faithful. Here's the point. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. See, it says, be faithful unto death, because Yahawah is going to give us what? That crown of life. So we're not in this word. We're not in this truth. All right. And if we endure to the end, it ain't gonna be for vanity. Even the brothers have to be martyrs. Ain't gonna be in no fucking vanity, man. All right. By us making these sacrifices, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay, have to lose everything again. Yahawah, we lose family, friends, money, house, cars, jobs, whatever, in order to gain Yahawah, even possibly for some of us, even our own lives. So the fuck what, man? All right. Yahawah still gonna remember us at the end of the day. We're still gonna have a great reward, man. All right, for proving ourselves and showing and displaying, all right, you know what I'm saying, the faith in Yahawah, man. All right, okay, because there ain't no small damn thing at the end of the day, man. All right, okay, to make those sacrifices, in order to sacrifice something, you sacrifice shit that you love, that you enjoy to fucking do. All right, you know what I'm saying, something that's close to you, man. All right, all right. So if you got to sacrifice family and friends for the truth's sake, that's saying a hell of a lot, man. That's telling Yahawah, you number one at the end of the day. All right, okay, some of the closest relationship you thought you had or whatnot. But anything that if it interfere with this truth, hell, man, you know what I'm saying? You can't have that eye offend thee, man. You got to pluck that motherfucker out, man. All right, and we talking about physically plucking the fucking eye out, man. All right, for dummies out there. You got to quantify everything for some simpletons out there, man. You got bug outs out there, man. All right, that means if you're doing any type of wickedness or anything that's holding you back from this truth, you cut it off, man, period. You know what I'm saying? Cut straight, no chaser, straight to the point, man. All right. Anything that's hindering you in this faith and in your walk, you got to cut off, man. Simple as that, man. That's what it means, plucking out that offendy at the end of the day. But let's bring out Revelation 14 and 13 just to also, you know what I'm saying, to lamb back that point that your works is going to follow you. This is not and vanity, us being in this faith and in this truth. To niggas in the world, it looks like it's vanity. All right, these niggas been out there on the corner 15, 20, 30, 40 years. I ain't see the Lord yet. I didn't see where they prophet yet. I don't even see them having no they don't have no church building. I don't see them coming out of the fancy cars or anything of that nature. They don't even have that many views and stuff, you know what I'm saying, or, you know, of hits and stuff. They can't be possibly be the men of the Lord. They doing that in vanity, man. They ain't coming out of that. That's BS what they doing, man. In a natural man, a natural Israelite, they're natural. All right. So they can't understand the spiritual things of Yahawah at the end of the day, because they're natural men, they carnal men at the end of the day or whatnot. All right. You know, carnality and spirituality, all right, is all in water at the end of the day. Don't mix, man. All right. Carnality is of the world, man. All right. You know, okay. Spirit, you know what I'm saying? Being spiritual, Yahawah, which is righteous at the end of the day, man. Okay. It's a difference, man. So, of course, the world won't understand what we doing. Period. It ain't for them to understand because their eyes ain't open up. Yahawah and reveal itself to Israel at the end of the day. Not all of Israel at the end of the day. He only reveal itself to the elect of Israel. All right. So for niggas not to understand, we get it. We understand, man. You still sleep. Both sides open your eyes up, man. All right. So this truth is not going to be in vanity at the end of the day, man. Period, bro. Revelation 14:13. And I heard a voice from the heavens saying unto me, right, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord, Yahawah from henceforth. It says blessed, man. So those brothers, man, you know what I'm saying, that die in Yahawah, finish their work, finish their course. Guess what? They're going to be blessed. Why? Because they're going to be remembered by Yahawah. That means they finished their task at the end of the day. All right. Job is completed at the end of the day. So Yahawah going to have a reward waiting for his very elect, man. All right. It says, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord, Yahawah from henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors and their works do follow them. So your works is going to follow you. Most High's not going to forget your works, man. You know, you take your last breath in this truth. Guess what? Your works is going to follow you. If you of the elect, you of the elect. Period. End of story, bro. All right. Most High is going to put that crown on your head, man. All right. You're going to be one of the elect members. All right. And that day and that time, you know, where the Most High is going to, not the Most High, Yahawah, you know, through the power of Yahawah is going to put that crown on your head at the end of the day, man. That's time we coming in, man. All right, we getting close to that time, man. But the persecution got to come before then. All right, you know, okay. Like scripture said, through much tribulation, we shall enter into the kingdom, man. So we got to go through it. All right, but through the spirit of Yahawah, you know, preparing, studying the scriptures. All right, you know what I'm saying? You know, praying, fasting. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be built up, man. We're going to be built up in the spirits, man. And continue on. We listening to our elders apostles and elder bishops. You know, they speak of their experience. You know what I'm saying? You know, all right. And experience is the best teacher at the end of the day as we gain an experience, you know. All right. You know, OK. So elders apostles, they're examples of the flock, man. They're examples of the flock, man. They tell us about 2001 and how crazy it was. You know what I'm saying? You know, they up there in New York. All right. You know, and you had Esau try to put the T word on them back then over 25 years ago. All right. Doing the world trade. We already know what time it was with Esau and that. All right. But they try to kind of like associate the elders apostles going back then. But the elders apostles didn't break. Yahawah was with them back then. All right. They had to go to jail for, a little while. You know, had to go to jail a little while or whatnot. But Yahawah, you know what I'm saying? You know, he defended elders apostles and elder bishops. All right. You know what I'm saying? He vindicated them, man. All right. You see what they're doing now. And through that experience, they gain even more faith, man. Even more faith. All right. And they still went harder, man. At the end of the day, they didn't give up. They ain't went back out and tucked their tails, man. Like some of you punk ass niggas out there, man. All right. You know, they challenged that. They welcome that, man, at the end of the day, man. And then, like I say, what don't kill you only make you stronger, man. So that's another example. All right. Knowing that, hey, those are men of the Lord right there. That's what a men of the Lord would do. All right. It did not when Apostle Paul, you know what I'm saying, when they got beaten by them wicked ass scribes, man, because they were teaching the name of Yahawah, not Apostle Paul, Shalak. I'm talking about Apostle Peter. Yeah, when Apostle Peter and them was whipped because they were teaching the name of Yahawah, hey, guess what, man? And them wicked ass scribes told, and they gave him, you know what I'm saying, they gave him a command and told Apostle Peter, hey, you better stop teaching the name of Yahawah. All right, you because they was getting convicted in the spirit because they know Yahawah blood was on these wicked ass fucking hands and shit. So what did Apostle Peter told them wicked ass niggas, man? It's best for us to fear Yahawashi Double than man. So in other words, Apostle Peter pretty much told those niggas, fuck you, man. We still gonna teach in the name of Yahawashi Double, man. Period, man. We fear Yahawashi Double. We don't fear no motherfucking man at the end of the day. And guess what? They kept on teaching and pushing the word, man. All right, Yahawashi Double to their death, man. To their death, man. So that's what we know what it look like, man. At the end of the day. All right, you know? Okay. Not no damn coward and damn, you know, hey, well, you know what, man? I don't know, man. Maybe the Lord ain't there. Nah, I don't know. That woe is me spirit. I don't know, man. Maybe, you know, hey, I don't know. Is we following the right voice? Is this really the truth? Nah, man. Nah. You know, but anyway, Psalms 91. All right, and and we back at verse 3 here. It says, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence, going into the thermonuclear missiles, going into that second death, man. All right, you know, so the only way, if you over here in Babylon, the only way to escape the destruction of Babylon, first of all, you got to be a Hebrew Israelite. And not only does you have to be a Hebrew Israelite, it don't stop there. You have to be the elect. You got to be of the 1/3, man. You got to be of the 1/3 of Israel. All right, at that to be delivered, man. Only 1/3 gonna be delivered, man. The elect of Yahawah 2/3, these wicked ass niggas. All right, they're gonna be left therein along with these heathen nations, man. They're not gonna be, like I said, that's part of them. That's part of Yahawah not defending your ass. Most I gonna allow your ass to partake in that second damn death, man, which he had reserved for Esau, man. These fucking heathen nations over here in Babylon. But since you damn niggas, y'all wanna join hand in hand with the wicked, hey, yeah, y'all don't get that same punishment too, man. You get the same punishment too. Verse 4, he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. See, that's our defense right there. We don't need no motherfucking AKs, man. We need no choppers. We need no fucking choppers, man. All right, you know what I'm saying? You know, with extendos and all that bullshit, man. We don't need none of that, man. All right, that Esau weaponry and shit, man. At the end of the damn day, you know, we trust in Yahawah Shemashah, this truth, the words of Yahawah Shemashah, and us applying the words of Yahawah Shemashah, man. That's gonna be that's our bulletproof vest, man. All right, and that's all the protection we need, man. Okay, all right. As long as we obedient and doing what Yahawah Shemashah commanded us to do, hey, we ain't got nothing to fucking worry about, bro. Verse 5, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day. See, we got and most I tell you got nothing to be afraid, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noon. They're going into the destruction, nuclear destruction, man, which is going to destroy Babylon, blow Babylon off the fucking map, man. All right. It says 1,000 shall fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Going into the light. Man, come on, man. That ain't a faith booster for y'all don't know what is, man. And also, that's scary as fuck, bro. Showing you, man, how much this is 1,000 shall fall at thy side, man, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Showing you, man, we're gonna see a lot of motherfucking death, man. A lot of that, a lot of motherfuckers you gonna know. Hey, some fallouts that fall out in the truth, and gonna be some potential fallouts when we come into the hour of temptation, Jacob trouble. Gonna be other guys gonna fall out, man. All right, you know, during the hour of temptation, man. All right, they're gonna punk out, man. Hey, some guys we're gonna be surprised. Oh no, not that guy. We're gonna be surprised by some dudes that punk out, man. Like, no, not him. That brother was on fire, man. Damn, that brother. You know what I'm saying? You pray, Yahawah Shemashah spirit be upon you. You don't be that guy. All right, you know? Okay. Verse 8, man. It says, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, Yahawah Shemashah, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. Yeah, we made the Most High refuge, man. Not our fucking money, not our damn self. Not, I'm in a gang. I'm gang, nigga. I'm gang. And I'm, man, fuck all that bullshit, man. Most High gonna allow Esau to evaporate them damn gangs and shit, man. Esau gonna put bug spray on y'all niggas, man. All right, that's easy work for Esau to get rid of you fucking niggas, man. Easy work, man. All right, y'all got fucking 40, 50, 60-year-old technology of Esau, man. Esau got new technology he ain't even bought out yet at the end of the day. He can't wait, man, to release it, man. All right? You know, this devil love motherfucking blood, man. He waiting for that damn day, and it's almost here. Ultimately, it's the wrath of Yahawah Shemashah gonna be on this fucking devil. All right? Pursuing back, get back to Psalms. I think that's Psalms 17 and 13, if I'm not mistaken. All right? Yep. Psalm 17 and 13, just proving the point that Esau, you know what I'm saying, he the weapon of Yahawah Shemashah, man. Arise, O Lord, Yahawashi, disappoint him. Cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. See, the wicked. Esau, the third category man. He the wicked. Pursuing back to Malachi, you know what I'm saying, 1 and 4, man. All right. So during that time, man, Yahawashi gonna have his wrath on fucking Esau on you damn 2/3, man. That's gonna be judgment. Yahawashi is gonna be bringing upon you wicked niggas that refuse to return back to Yahawashi, man. Period. All right. And you getting the warning going out, man. You can't say you ain't fucking know. I'm gonna read verse 9 again. Psalms 91 and 9. And Shlak, man, you know, I'll be, you know what I'm saying, I ain't want to go on no rant. If I'm going on a rant and just feel like I'm all over the place, Shlak for that. You know what I'm saying, you know? But anyway, Psalms 91 and 9, because thou hast made the Lord, Yahawashi, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, man. And only the elect, man. We trust in Yahawashi. There shall no evil befall thee. See the prophet in that? See the prophet in that? See, you can have millions and billions of motherfucking dollars, and at the end of the time you're Israelite. Guess what? If you're not the elect, guess what? That money ain't gonna be able to defend you. That money ain't gonna be a defense for you in that motherfucking day. Not that day, not the day the judgment of Yahawashi, man. You can't pay, ain't no money you can pay Yahawashi, man, for you to be of the elect, for you to be defended. All right. If you ain't of the elect, you ain't of the fucking elect, man. If you're 2/3, you goddamn 2/3, period, bro. All right, you know, so if you put your faith in this motherfucking world at the end of the damn day, then the Most High, man, you gonna have a controversy with you, man, at the end of the day, man. All right, he's gonna hold you accountable for that at the end of the day. He's gonna hold everybody accountable, good or bad, man. He's gonna hold everybody accountable, man to man at the end of the day. All right, it says, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling, man. See? Hey man, you see the benefit of being the elect of Yahawashi. We gonna be defended. Your household is gonna be defended, man. In that day and that time, man. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways, man. Cause we already done read, man. You know how much fucking death is gonna be happening. The judgment, the Most High is gonna be unaliving. All right, in a million one different scenarios, man. Whether through goddamn, you know what I'm saying, whether through the sword, a lot of them gonna be dying by the sword, whether it be by the hands of their, you know, of you damn American Babylonians out here, whether it be by the hands of Esau, his fucking military, whether it be by the judgment, Yahawashi bringing different tempests, hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, you know what I'm saying, different plagues. All right, you know, bringing plagues back. They talking about the measles back, outbreak of measles, all this bullshit, different virus. Oh, we got a virus worse than the Vicky 19 or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? We got shit work, man. The black bubonic plague back out. I mean, all of that, man. It's a million and one ways most I can take your ass out, man. That's the whole fucking point. If you're not of the elect, all right, you ain't covered, man. By Yahawashi, period. It says, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways, man. So the elect gonna be protected, man. All right. It says they shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. And see, that's another reason too. You know what I'm saying? Why you think all these women gonna be coming after men of the Lord, man? Isaiah 4 and 1 in that day and that time, because they gonna know. Oh man, they have the mercy of Yahawashi upon them. The Most High, Yahawashi has mercy and grace upon these men. They got to be the men of the Lord right here. And that's why they're going to be running. And Most High going to make it evident, man. All right, who the men of the Lord is in that day and that time, man. All right. If you got a spiritual eye, you can see now, man. You know who got the true testimonies. If you got the spiritual eye, all right, you know. And you know, we know who that is, man. You know, we know who the group Yahawashi, you know what I'm saying, you know, is dealing with, man, at the end of the day, period. And we know who we not dealing with, man. Through these damn doctrines, crazy ass off doctrines these niggas be pushing out there. But anyway, let's continue on in this listen here. Going back to verse 13, Psalms 91 and 13. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion, and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet, because he hath set his love upon me. Therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he have known my name. Ooh, known my name. This is before the kingdom. This is before the king. First of all, Most High say, therefore will I deliver him. So that got to be, how the Most High going to deliver us in the kingdom? What are we going to need deliverance from in the kingdom if we're going to be perfect? If Yahawashi, Jeremiah 31:31, the new covenant is going to be fulfilled, starting with the elect of Israel, where Yahawashi going to have the laws written in our inward part. It says all Israel going to know Yahawashi in that day and that time. Even 2/3, man, when they come back in the kingdom through the loins of the elect, when 2/3 come back, you know what I'm saying? They got to come back the second go around. They going to know the name. We don't have to teach our kids about Yahawashi. They going to know Yahawashi at the end of the day. All Israel, from like scripture say, from the least to the greatest, going to know Yahawashi. So the scripture just said in verse 14, it says, because he have known my name, showing you the elect men. Gonna know the name, gonna have the name of the Most High, Yahawah, which means he exists. The elect men gonna have the name of our Lord and Savior, Yahawashi, which means he's the deliverer in the Hebrew. They're gonna have that name, period, bro. All right, and this talking about before the kingdom, so that's a cut for niggas out there. Them false prophets, anybody saying anything that don't line up with the scriptures, you know they're not men of the Lord, period. Isaiah 8:20. If they're not coming by the law of the book of this book, that means there ain't no light in them, period. All right, let me read that again, man. Verse 14. Because he have set his love upon me, going into the elect, man. Therefore will I deliver him. So the Most High gonna deliver us, man. All right, you know what I'm saying? Because I love that we have for Yahawashi, man. All right, how do we show our love? By keeping his commandments, keeping his words, man, even to death, man. All right, and it's reward, man. It's reward. I should say reward in plural. I should say plural. And most I got a lot of hell, man. Boy, a lot come with the kingdom, baby. For being heirs, rulership. A lot. Oh my God, man. Let me continue on, man. I'm getting too excited over here. I will set him on high because he have known my name. All right, so you don't know the name, that means you know the elect, man. Nate Satan, all right, all right. You know what I'm saying? GOCC, all you clowns out there. You ain't calling the true name of Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? You ain't of the elect, period, man. He shall call upon me and I will answer him. I will be, and see, the only way the Most High gonna answer you, you gotta have the name. And you ain't got the name, the Most High ain't gonna answer your ass, man. All right? The Most High gonna block your ass, man. He ain't gonna answer, he gonna block your ass, man. All right? It says, I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation, man. All right? And so this right here, like I said, a great faith booster scripture right here is in the time that we coming into Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation, man. All right? These scriptures, man, hey, you be occupied in prophecy. These prophecies you be occupied in, man. All right, you be going over and over and over and over again, man, because we're coming into that time, man, at the end of the day. But nevertheless, out of Radazat, like I said, man, I pray and I hope this was edifying to the body, the whole full elect. And with that, I want to say shalom, shalom.